Sorry about that, guys. I had to switch devices. Sorry about that. Come on back in. Please share it again. We're going to jump right back in. Yeah, don't have that long, but this is not going to be a long word. Please share, and share again. God bless you all. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. I just want to tell y'all, God is mindful of you, even though the enemy don't want you to have this word. He's mindful of you. Ramona, love you so much. I'm going to jump in because I don't, this is not going to be a long word. And while I feel it, because I don't want to do anything, just because I can. But I'm gonna give you some updates really quick. Hey, Mom and Daddy, love you guys. So I want to say this. Many are asking and emailing, and Yolanda was like, you got to tell the people something. Dr. Val, she's like, you got to tell them something. So I'm telling you now. Yes, I have been released by my pastors, by my mentor, but especially by God, that I am able now to take engagements. Thank you all so much for your patience with me in 2021. I want to say I took a seat out of the obedience to my pastors, to my mentor, who felt it best that I sit down and allow God to reconstruct some things on the inside of me, because they care more about my soul than they do my gift. And oftentimes we feel like people are in this high place of sin, and that's why they sat down. No. But sometimes you can continue to function off fumes, not even realizing that you are operating on sheer gift, because you can. And so they saw some things on me and in me, and that's why you need leaders that can see. That's why you need spiritual mothers, spiritual fathers. You need mentors and things like that can actually see on the inside of you. So made the decision for me to sit down for 95% of the year of 2020, and we feel that I'm ready. I feel ready. I have a lot on the inside of me that is ready to come out. We're going to be taking it one day at a time to hear the Lord. But yes, you can submit your request. I am doing a lot of virtual right now because of the state of the country, and I do understand that people are not opening their doors just yet. So we are doing, yes, we're accepting virtual invitations. Yes, we are. Right now we're working on our 2021, or finishing up our 2021 game plan. And there's a lot on my plate for you all that the Lord has shared with me. Please do me a favor. I want everybody to share. I want everybody to share, because this is a word that I have for you. And I want it to be a blessing to you, and not just you, to your family, not just you to your family, but I want you to share this word. Lost quite a bit of you when it froze up. So please put it on your page, inbox some people, text some people, and say, hey, you need to get on Dr. Val's page. But I know what the Lord is saying to me. I am very confident in what the Lord is saying to me. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that what God is saying to me for you and for me is going to bless you. It's going to bless you. So I want to jump right in and give you this word. But again, thank you to all of you that didn't stop following me because I'm not out. I wasn't out in the field. Thank you to all of you that have inquired and requested. Thank you to all of you that just loved me through my growth. I appreciate it. God bless you. And I'm ready to take this world by storm and to take on whatever the Lord has planned for me in 2021. Dr. Val, did God speak to you about direction? Did God speak to you about what he's going to do for us in 2021? Is 2021 still going to be, are we still going to be shut in? Are the doors of the church going to be closed? Or what, Dr. Val, can you give us some insight? Can you give us some instructions? Can you just tell us what in the world is happening? What is God saying to you, Dr. Val? Because we really need some insight. We need foresight. We need hindsight. We just really need to know, what is the Lord saying? Danielle, I love you. I miss you. What is God saying? LaShanta, love you. Can you just kind of tell us something? Yeah, I can. I can tell you something for this month. But your post said 2021, because if you grab what I'm going to say to you for this month, it will take you through the rest of the year. If I can be honest, I don't feel in my spirit that we will be back at full function as a country this year. Not yet. I don't feel in my spirit. It's not my opinion. This is what I feel in my spirit. That's why I kind of exaggerated the word virtual, because I don't feel in my spirit that right now we're going to be at full function just yet. I think 2022, I believe we'll be back in some sort of normality. But the Lord, I was taking a shower on last night, and God, I asked God a question. I said, Lord, can you just speak to me? I said, can you just say something? I just need to hear your voice. And I said, and I don't, and tears began to pour down my face. And it wasn't sad. It was more or less like, because I just want to hear you. I'm not looking for you to tell me something wonderful about me. I'm not looking for you to pump me up, God. I just want some intimate time with you. I just want to hear your voice. And I don't know where you all are right now in your life. I don't really know what you've been feeling over the last weeks. I told somebody the other day, they said, Happy New Year. And I said, it really does not feel like a new year. I don't know how to explain where I am right now. I don't know how to explain this feeling that I feel, but it just, to me, it just doesn't feel like, I mean, if you agreeing with anything that I'm saying, I just want you to type the words amen on the screen, or you're talking to me, Dr. Val, or yes, I'm with you, just so I don't feel lonely and feel by myself. And again, we're getting ready to turn the corner in just a second, but I really want you to share. I really want you to share. I really, 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 really want you to share this word. And I said, it just don't feel, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to interpret this thing. I said, but God, it don't feel like a new year just yet. It doesn't feel like, I don't know. I can't explain it. And God began to share with me. And if you've ever heard me preach, you've heard me preach this before. When God he said to me a long time ago, don't fall in love with a season. And I believe sometimes we can inadvertently fall in love with a place that was only intended for visitation. I think sometimes we marry seasons. I think sometimes he said you are so locked into, okay, let me say it like this. I'm hearing a lot of pastors ask me to pray for them, and they're saying to me, I need you to pray for me, Dr. Val, because my people, now I need you to hear this, my people, my members, the partners of my church, are getting comfortable with virtual church. This is where I'm going with this. He said that they're getting very comfortable with church online because a lot of them are not even watching it in real time. A lot of them are going back and viewing the replays, like they're sleeping right through the tune-in time, and they're like, I'll watch it later. If the doors were open, though, would you wake up and say, I'll go later? No, because you got to go at the time scheduled for the open doors. Otherwise, you're going to miss the service. And he said, and a lot of pastors are telling me, I need you to give me some prophetic insights and prophetic wisdom on how to navigate through this season where my people are becoming comfortable and they're becoming common with virtual church. I'm hearing CEOs say, my people are becoming common and comfortable with working from home. My people are becoming common and comfortable. And I began to ask the Lord, I said, God, just speak to me. Just speak to Val, because I never want to become common and comfortable with a moment. I never want to become common and comfortable not being in your presence, not being gathered with the saints and giving you glory and giving you worship. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to get used to church like this. I miss, you might think I'm a little old school, but I miss grab your neighbor and actually physically being able to grab my neighbor. I miss the fellowship. I do. I miss the coming together and things of that nature. And the Lord said something so strong to me last night. He said, Valerie, it's the movement. He said, it's the movement, and people are becoming comfortable, stagnant. They're becoming comfortable, stagnant, and they're making excuses for having no movement. Yeah, they're making excuses for not moving. And I said, God, I don't want to be in that place. And the Lord began to challenge me. And not only did the Lord challenge me, my pastors were challenging me, my mentors were challenging me, and they were saying to me, what else is left? I grew up in a little town called Matewan, West Virginia. You won't find it on the map. You probably won't even spell it correctly. And one of my favorite teachers in my high school days, one of my favorite teachers was Miss Call. And Miss Call, the reason I love Miss Call, I didn't love her then, but I absolutely love her now, because I realized Miss Call was a tough teacher. And Miss Call, I remember saying to her one time, she made us read this story, and then she wanted everybody to give their interpretation of what we read, and then she had us to practice writing thesis and things like that. It was kind of like college prepping. And she said to me one time, she said, Valerie, I walked out of class and I handed her a paper. It was half written, and she pulled me to the side. I got an F on the paper. Grammar, English was never my was never my forte. It's not something I was great at, so I kind of didn't try. She said to me, she said, Valerie, she said, I want to talk to you. And I said, yes, ma'am. She said, I'm going to ask you a question. And I said, okay. She said, do you have a wasted mind? Or do you have a mind full of waste? And I kind of smiled and laughed, because at the time I was in my finite mind. I was very immature, and I really didn't know how to interpret what she said. And I'm going to say this again. She said, do you have a wasted mind, or do you have a mind full of waste? You have a wasted mind, or do you have a mind full of waste? And she said, I want you to think about that. And I want you to come back later, and I want you to talk to me about what you feel about what I'm asking you. And so I came back a couple of days later, and I said, Miss Carr, I don't really have an answer for you. I said, I don't have an answer for you. She said, I said, so can you help me? She said, there's something that is blocking you from being able, watch this, to perform what I know you're capable of. She said, because your issue with assignments, God, this is blessing me, and I want y'all to hear the word of the Lord. Your issue with assignments is not comprehension. She said, your issue with what I assigned to you, Alicia and Lucy, she said, it's not comprehension. She said, your issue is either a wasted mind or a mind full of waste. She said, your character and integrity around what God has given you, she said, either is going to do two things, either going to make you determined, or you're going to live a life of detriment. I'll never forget this conversation. I'll never forget it. She said, because a mind full of waste is when you intentionally fill your mind with junk because you refuse to operate in your capabilities. She said, it's like someone that has teeth, but they don't take care of them because all they do is eat junk all day, and they never brush the debris off. They never rinse out the debris. They never rinse out the leftover stuff. And she said, and your problem is not comprehension. Your problem is disposal. She said, and if you can ever grab a hold of the ability to dispose that which you don't need, that which is not beneficial, that which does you no good, if you ever learn that, she said, Valerie, you will grow to be one incredible woman. She said, because what I'm looking at before me is an intelligent, beautiful waste. Because you refused, you're refusing to operate in what you know. She said, you have a gift to just, I'll say it and you can repeat it at will. You just have a gift. Your memory is like a magnet. Once it grabs it, it has to be pulled away. You have it, watch this, and you have it so good that you're afraid of you. There are people that are watching me right now that your problem is not comprehension. Your problem is not capability. Your problem is not financial. Your problem is not encouragement. Your problem is not resources. None of that's your problem. Your problem is the fear of success, because failure is easy. And you become accustomed to failure. You become accustomed to stagnation. You become accustomed to just surviving. I've had people, I've asked them, how are you? I'm just glad to be surviving. I'm just glad to be alive. No, I'm not just glad to just be alive. I don't want to just live. I want to live out loud. I want to really tap into what God has placed on my life. I really do. And he said, Valerie, there is a problem with people in movement because people get comfortable being stagnant. They get caught somewhere between where I was and where I'm going. And oh God, he said, and I need you to tell them, I need you to be bold enough to tell them that the pandemic has not, it's not been what's holding you back. The pandemic has been medicine. What do you mean, Dr. Val? It has medicated. It has medicated your fear of forward motion. Can you explain what you mean, Dr. Val? Absolutely. Thank you for asking. This pandemic has become your medicine called excuse. You have written yourself a prescription called excuse. Well, you know, this pandemic got everybody held up and I really can't get the things done that I want to get done and all of this. No, that's not the truth. Because if that was the truth, then what was your reason in 2019? And if that was your excuse, then what was your reason in 2018? And every year is a year of resolution. And girl, this is our year. And girl, we about to take over. And girl, we about to do this. And let me tell you something, homie, we about to do it. I'm talking to the men too. Let me tell you something, homie. Let's just make this thing happen. And we about to blow up. And we about to do this. And for the first 3 weeks, you in there. It's like people that say, you know, Monday, I'm starting Monday. Well, how many Mondays have you aborted? Because you know, or you are just sure that there will be a next Monday. If you changed your eating habits every time you said, I'm going to start Monday, what size would you be? How many books would you have written by now if you started Monday? How many businesses would you have opened by now had you started Monday? How many degrees would you have had you started Monday? It's not the state of the nation. It's not your comprehension. It's your medication called excuse. In order for you to make it through this year, you're going to have to detox off of a medicine called excuse. You're going to have to wean yourself off of your dependency to this prescription. Because, oh, Jesus, the prescription you're taking, Michelle, I'm getting ready to bless you, Minister Cherie, this prescription that you're taking is illegal anyway. Because it was not prescribed to you by somebody qualified. This prescription you're taking an illegal substance. This is an illegal substance that you keep digesting, that you keep swallowing. Because nobody gave you permission. You wasn't even diagnosed to take this. You found it. It stroked you. It soothed you. It let you sleep when you should be working. It let you stay home when you should be moving. It lets you eat stuff that you ain't supposed to eat, gaining weight where you shouldn't gain weight, and you just keep ingesting and digesting this poison that is an illegal substance to your spirit, to your future, to your mental, all because of the fear of what's on the other side of motion. All because of a fear that what if this does succeed? What if this does work? God said, I did not create you to exist. I created you to move. I can give you scripture. There was a man in the Bible named Saul, and he was anointed. He was anointed. And when he got anointed, he said, the man of God said to him, he said, you're going to go to the hill of God, and you're going to look up the hill, and you're going to see a company of prophets coming down. He said, and I want you to go up that same hill. He said, but when you're on your way, you're going to be confronted by a sepulcher, and it's Rachel. But I need you to leave that place. And when you leave that place, you're going to come into the company of 3 people. One is going to be carrying 3 kids, interpreted goats. One is going to be carrying a loaf of bread and a bottle of wine. And they're going to salute you. And when they salute you, then you can go up. To salute at that time meant to hand over, to give. But did you notice he said, when you get to Rachel's sepulcher, I want you to keep moving past that. You're going to have a conversation there, and then I want you to move forward. What is the sepulcher? It's also interpreted a tomb. It's a tomb. And they're going to give you information while you're there. It's a tomb. It's a tomb. It's a tomb. It's a tomb. It's not where you're supposed to live. It's only for visitation, not habitation. And some of y'all are getting caught between the start date and the stop date, when you were born and when the world stopped. You're getting stuck there. And it was only supposed to be a visitation. God called a time out to give you a moment to come up with a plan. And instead of writing a plan, you push pause. And you push pause on your purpose. So Dr. Val, I gotta go. So Dr. Val, what do we do? What is the instructions? I was in the shower and the Lord said to me, he said, Valerie, keep moving. Keep moving. You got to make progress, because you have the intelligence, you have the comprehension, you have the anointing, and you have the gift. But I need you to keep moving. Don't get comfortable here. I need you to keep moving. Don't get comfortable just being a preacher. Don't get comfortable just being a prophet. Don't get comfortable just being an author. I need you to stretch yourself. Don't get comfortable just being a writer of songs. You have all these songs in a catalog, and you said to somebody, Great and Mighty is the only song you'll ever record. But so I gave you songs just to write down? No, I need you to do something. I need you to do something. I've given you the ability to write spoken word. You have that gift. You have that anointing. You have the anointing to write poetry. I give you quotes, and I give you things of that nature all the time. You are just gifted in that area. And you're just gonna sit on it? No. I didn't give you permission. I didn't give you permission to take what I gave you and marry and write yourself an illegal prescription called excuse. It's my job to get on here today and stretch you and tell you you are better than where you stopped. You are greater than where you hit the brakes. I want you to join me as I take a journey, I want you to join me on this campaign that I'm about to go on called Finish. Yeah. I want you to join me. Finish the plan. Finish reading the book. You can't write a book because you won't finish reading one. Finish school. Finish gathering all the information you need to do this business that's been in your heart. Finish expanding your brand. Finish writing the message. Finish your dance school. Finish. Finish. Dr. Val, I don't have nobody believing me. Oh, you got the biggest audience in the world. You have an audience of one. And as long as God approves it, man can't deny it. When the scripture talks about build it and they will come, it's not necessarily talking about just a building, but build the brand. If God called you to it, then he will send the people that it was meant for. My ministry, I am very aware that I may not ever travel to all the countries and continents and to all the different nations. But I heard my mentor say one time that if there's one person in the room listening, if you got 50 people in the room listening, one of them got the nation in them. It's 176,000 of y'all that follow my page. 176,000 of y'all that have liked, followed my page. And out of those 176,000, I'm a firm believer that there are some of you all that's got the nations in you. So guess what? I am touching the nations. My voice is touching the nation because there's a nations in you. There's someone around you that has the nations in them. If you want to touch the nations, finish. Today I'm arresting you. And I'm telling you, you got 26 days to detox from that prescription, that illegal substance called excuses. Why 26, Dr. Val? Because that's how many days are left in this month. He told me, he said, at the end of the month, Valerie, on the 31st day, I'm going to bless my people. That's what he said to me last night. Those that put their hand to the plow, those that begin to operate. There's some of you on here, God done given you ideas for facial cleansers and makeup lines. There's some of you on here that God has given you, he's given you insight. And this is what the Lord is saying to me right now. For people with alopecia, for people that are losing their hair, God has given some of you insight for women who have lost weight and have a lot of loose skin. That don't have the money to do the surgery. He's given you some insight on how they can layer themselves and not expose that part of them. There's some of you on here that you have seen kids that are struggling in math, and that's a gift for you, and you're just really trying to figure out. You're trying to figure out how I can help. And the Lord is telling you, I need you to open up set out to do a tutoring campaign, like tutor these children. Open up a tutoring class, a tutoring thing where you can offer virtual tutoring. Because it's in you. You're a great writer. Help these college students write their dissertation. Show them how to line it out and put it out. You can do it virtually. Because there are people that have need of what you're sitting on because you're taking an illegal substance that's making you sleep when you ought to be woke. It's making you eat when you ought to be running. It's making you sit there when you ought to be in motion. Because it's an illegal substance that you wrote out to yourself. You've gotten it illegally. Here it is. That's why you have to sneak to do it. What do you mean, Dr. Val? That's why you sound in motion, but you're not mobile. And so I want you to take this journey with me. I want you to take this 26-day journey with me. And let's move. Let's finish. Finish the plan. Finish reading it. Finish writing it. Finish organizing it. Finish gathering the information. Finish educating yourself on that subject. Finish getting the sponsors. Finish it. Finish it. You are beyond your education. You are beyond your talent and your gift. You are beyond just pastoring. There's something greater. Greater is he that is within me than he that is within the world. I wish above all things that you prosper, be in good health, even as your soul prospers. You're not even spiritually healthy. This illegal substance is even affecting your health, causing your cholesterol to go up, causing you to have a lot of fluid, causing you to get a lot of cavities. Yeah, causing you to be sore because your bones are becoming stiff because there is no movement. Can you take this campaign with me? Finish it. I want to challenge you to this 26-day challenge with me. And Dr. Val, you every time you call a number or say God said it by this time, is there a meaning to the number 26? Yeah. On the gematria calendar, the number 26 means honor. But biblically, the number 26 means a fulfilled promise. So by the time we get to day 31, those of you that take this journey with me, those of you that begin to put your hands to the plow, those of you that begin to walk this thing out, by the time we get to the 31st of January, which will be the 26th day, hear this. God said, I'm going to honor the promise. Yeah, I'm going to honor the promise. I'm going to fulfill what I said because you're moving and I can trust you with it. He says, I'm going to honor my word for you. I'm going to honor my promise. So can you just agree with me that by the time we get to day 31 together, I hear people saying, I'm in. If you're in, I like that, LaShanta. I want you to write on the screen, I'm in. Write that on the screen. I'm getting ready to log off. But write that on the screen. Say it. I'm in. By the time we get to day 31, I just believe, January the 31st, I just believe that we're going to see testimonies of manifestation. I got the call I was waiting on. I got the offer I was waiting on. They signed the contract. They approved the grant. They approved the loan. The money came. Somebody funded it to me. I was handed the keys to a building. They gave me a car. Somebody gave me a brand new computer. I just believe in my spirit that if you'll take this journey with me, by day 31, January the 31st, we are going to begin to hear testimonies of the manifestation of the honoring of a promise. I see everybody saying you're in, you're in, you're in, you're in, you're in. You have followed me long enough to understand that I dare not rob you of putting an assurance and an insurance, putting an assurance, Benta, and an insurance on a word like this, Danielle. That when God gives you a word like this, and the reason this word is so rich, Natalie, the reason this word is so big is because, here it is, it's going to carry you all the way to December the 31st. It's going to carry you all the way to December the 31st. If you will rock with me in the next 26 days, watch this, 2021 will be a breeze. 2021 will be a breeze. I gotta allow you the space, sure, and insure this word. I got to go. But if you are in, Sophia, if you are in, I want you to go to my page right now. Go to my page. I want you to go to, y'all excuse me. I want you to go to my page, and I want you to go to my page, or go to your page and tag me. And I want you to put hashtag I'm in 26. People ask you what it means. Just tell them, go to Dr. Val's page and watch the video. We're not giving, you had to sit here. You had to watch it all the way through. So we're not going to give them the easy way out. We're not going to give them the easy way out. If you had to watch it, make them watch it. I want you to put hashtag I'm in 26. And I want you to tag me in it. Tag me in it. Hashtag I'm in 26. Right now, to assure and insure this word, to let every excuse know, to let the prescription know, to let the illegal substance know that you mean it, I want you to get the information on the bottom of my screen. Get the information on the bottom of my screen. And I want you to sow $ Prophetess VM79. That is my Cash App, and www.ValerieMooreEnterprise.com. That is my PayPal. I want you to go sow that $26 seed right now. I'm not going to beg you. I want you to go right now. $ Prophetess VM79. That's Cash App, and www.ValerieMooreEnterprise.com. Go now. Eliminate it. We're going to start detoxing from that prescription, that illegal substance right now. Go sow right now. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Do me a favor. Go to the top, because the bottom is full. Ensure and assure this word. Go sow right now. Go sow right now. Dr. Val, hashtag I'm in. And when you sow, there's a place for you to put what it's for. Put I'm in 26. I'm in 26. And guess what? Everybody that sows, this Friday night, I'm going to come live again. And I'm going to do about a 15-minute prayer for all of you. And I'm going to make declarations, and I'm going to decree and declare over your life. God bless you. Go to the top, the bottom.